Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. Trying the left side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Running to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Here we go. Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. We just didn't have it there.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed.
A shot toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be 1st down for this offense. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. A 1st down run in the red zone. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. How
about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
With the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And decision coming up, but you know what you're going to do. The ball's on the 1-yard line. You go make your decision. Stay aggressive. Get after it.
The head coach going to keep the offense on the field and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line. Down for the offense. They try to get it outside on the left. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Pocket starts to collapse. The freshman able to get home with the sack. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
He's looking on the right side. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Davis will throw. Moving out of the pocket. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Wide open downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Brian.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Davis looking to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds a man on the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Well, the quarterback dropped back, read the coverage, and realized there was nobody even close to his tight end over on the outside of the field, so simple pitch and catch, and that's an easy first down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
It's so important when the safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break. Great job getting to the football and then securing. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. I don't have the best side. Let's make it safety.
He wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make...
He tries to take the top off. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Miami. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Davis will throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Morgan. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Comes out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Steps away. He chucks one out to the right. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Trying to get to it. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Quick pass on the jet motion. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. These corners going to give them some space. They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting offensive guys, and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's back to throw on second down. Getting some heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Let's go. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. DB's right up on the receiver. On second down, he's looking downfield. Touchdown, Canes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Fresno State is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 19 to San Jose State.
RPO complete to open the drive.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting... Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring at third. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deeper. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
The Wolverines get it past the sticks.
Yeah, and a nice job on third down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those first down markers and get that first down.
Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Fast motion from the offense. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Extending the play. Got a man, it's Moore. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted, one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field. I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Right back to him on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Going for it all. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish.
In other sports around the country,
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. With the catch, it's Morgan. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They go to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick. Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Third down play from the gun. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Davis looking to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Bye.